we go. Here we are. Finally. We are back. I had to reset everything. It's not even Mercury retrograde, but we are having technical difficulties. Welcome, everyone, to Midweek Mindfulness with Clarity Mind Retreat. So happy to have you all. Hello, 50 Shades of Derp. I'm obsessed with that name. How we doing? Tonight, we're going to be talking about boundaries. I also might talk about Dancing with the Stars because I'm obsessed with it. And I also want to get rid of this Duolingo bird in my OBS streamer. Go away, bird. I can't see the chat. And if you want me to pick a card for you today, I'm going to be picking cards from my Angels and Ancestors deck. I also have runes as well. If you want to pop on and have me pick a rune, just comment in the chat. And now we're rocking and rolling, and I'm happy to see that we're not all frozen again. It was just freaking out. My Zoom was freaking out all day too, so I don't know. Probably need a new computer, especially since I can do this with my E key. It's time. We just don't have the funding yet for the new computer. Oh, and my Halloween nails. I don't know if I got them done before. How talented. My girl hand painted those. I've got little bats, little witch hats, little ghost. The ghost is so cute. You can't really see him. There he is. I mean, precious. A precious little Samhain nail design. So thrilled to be with all of you. It feels like an eternity. It has only been a week. I did not have time to do any weekend lives because we had many human real life activities. And so it's great to be back with everybody. And if you're hopping on, say hi. Let me know that you're here so that I can pull you a card. Meg's hopping on. And just happy to be here after this crazy, crazy week. Just winding down, actually, because my week is the weekend. Hey, Queen. Wildest Spirit 33 has entered the chat. Welcome. It's the first time she's entered the chat. Good to see you. That's my song for you. Do you like it? I hope you like it. So Wildest Spirit is here. We're going to pull a tarot card. Not a tarot card. I'm going to pull an oracle card. I'm going to pull an oracle card for you. I'm using, first and foremost, the Angels and Ancestors deck tonight to get a little insight and information. Let me know, though, in the chat if there's something you want insight on specifically. If there's something work-related, financial, health, whatever it may be. I have a couple people who just messaged me that they're hopping on soon. Some people are at trivia night in my area, and they're hopping on after. So let me know if you have an intention you want me to place upon the deck to get you some insight and information on. Everybody gets a card pull for commenting in the chat and for saying hi and for being here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for following me. If you have any other friends who might want a tarot pull or an oracle card pull tonight or a rune pull, let me know and I'll pull them. Wildest Spirit is here. We just had personal life choices. Elaborate on that for me, if you would. You can keep everything anonymous, of course, but what is the question about personal life choices? Let me know what we want to pull in from the oracle, from our angels, from our ancestors. As you guys know, we're approaching Halloween or Samhain, which is the traditional Celtic word or Dia de los Muertos, where the veil is thinnest. And it's so funny. I saw a meme that was like, of course it's a veil. Of course it's thin. It's a veil. I was like, true, but veils could be thicker or thinner. So it's very, very thin. And the reason that the veil is thin in these quarter days of the year, autumn equinox, spring equinox, these holidays that are kind of in a liminal space between seasons. We have liminal space between spring and summer, summer and fall and winter. Through the harvest, we're at the end of harvest season, so we're kind of like suspended like a fruit in jello, like just waiting for the next thing. So that's when they say that we can connect more easily with our ancestors, with our spirit guides, with our angels, which is why I love to use also just the art on this. I just love to use this in the fall. So great. So a little more insight on this. So what do I do with my personal life choices? Wildest Spirit wants to know, what do I do with my personal life choices in regards to the path that I take regarding my oldest two kids? Great. I love that. Let's see what the Oracle angels and ancestors have to say about what insight they have. These cards are also really uplifting and motivating and really supportive, and I'll show you the art on them when I pull your card. So I feel we're gonna split it. Oh, cool. You pulled the Shaman, which is actually really one of my favorite cards. He is like such a badass. There's the Shaman. He has an owl, which we know is a sign of wisdom. A shaman is a great healer. And then it says trust in higher forces, because shamans pull their energy from the divine directly to heal energetically. He has a drum with rune symbols, Native American symbols on it. He has a lot of feathers, showing he's incredibly well respected. So this to me would be like your energy as the leader of your family. You are the shaman to your kiddos. You are the one who they can trust to support them in their decision making. And of course, with kids, we know that sometimes we have to just let them, which is the hardest one. Lesson of all is to just let them, like that Mel Robbins book, the let them theory. It's hard when we don't want our kids to hurt themselves, but how are they going to learn to walk if they don't fall down a bunch, right? So let me read you the Shaman card here in my ASMR voice and see what the insight the archetype of the shaman has to say to us. Shaman, let me pull up his picture here, and then you can tell me if you feel like this resonates. The message, so appropriate as our first card of the night, is to trust in your angels, guides, and ancestors. If you have given your power away, claim it back. I was literally just telling someone that in their session today. Inspired by the Sami, the indigenous people of northern Norway, actually, Sweden and Finland, this card represents those people who have a connection to the earth and the hidden realms. Many shamans believe that when there was illness or disease, it was because a person's power had been left behind somewhere, or a negative pattern had installed itself in them. In trance, they would travel to the underworld to recall this power and remove the quote-unquote demon. If this card comes to you, it's because you need to do some release work with lower energies. What did I just say? Let them, right? Or with your lack of trust, hi Susie, in the spiritual energies that are guiding you. The shaman will aid you in your quest. So you are being divinely supported in letting go and handling your lack of trust. So the extended message of this card, there are spiritual allies working in your favor, and their miracles will unfold much more easily when you move into a state of trust. So call back your power and stop allowing external forces to divert you from the miracles you deserve. Hand over all of your concerns to your spiritual allies. When you do so, you allow them to send you intuitive guidance and messages that will allow you to correct this situation and come out on top. The shaman card also shows that you have shamanic potential to move between the realms and connect with your guides in an extremely personal way. How awesome. I love that. Let me know what you think, wildest spirit. And also, what a perfect screen name. Wildest spirit, and you pulled the shaman card. Come on. That's fabulous. We love that. I love that for you. So yeah, let me know if that resonated with you, and hello to whoever else is hopping on. If you want me to pull a card for you, I'm pulling from the Angels and Ancestors deck tonight, and I can pull from anything else. If the tarot is calling to you, if the runes are calling to you, the runes are always calling to me. I can pull from those as well. But wildest spirit, I'm interested to hear what you thought about that. Kind of a tough message to swallow a little bit, saying let go and trust, right? Especially when it comes to your kids, but counterintuitive, but maybe just what they, and especially you and they both need. So I also wanted to briefly talk about what that moon do girl, this is my favorite section of the show, what that moon do girl is all about, where the moon is at. And today, while wildest spirit chimes in on what they thought of their oracle card pull, I'm going to pull up what the moon is currently doing. And I can tell you that we are heading into a new moon in Libra in 5 days, right at night on the 20th into the 21st. We have a new moon in Libra because we're in Libra right now. And then we exit Libra, and the new moon's right at the end of Libra season, right at the beginning of Scorpio season, which is my season. Not that I'm excited or anything, but Libra and the moon is really talking about softness, softening into the season, softening with nature, softening in to the slowing of this time. Libra, of course, is the sign of balance. So finding where things are out of balance and setting a new intention to move forward in a sustainable way is what I'm picking up with this Libra new moon, because there are things that we did and even energy that we had, and even our daily breakneck pace of summer into early fall, that is not sustainable. I really have come across a lot of clients and a lot of people burning the candle at both ends in the biggest way, myself included. So it's really pulling back and tending to self. And just like your shaman card, wildest spirit, pulling it back and being like, where have I been out of alignment? Where have I been giving my power away? Whose nonsense have I been wasting energy on? And really bringing that back to you, because you're the one who deserves that energy. And then from a full vessel, you can serve others better. So wildest spirit says, in regards to their shaman card pull, which was so rad, it's exactly what I needed to hear. It tends to be a thing in my life in this regards, right? We get the message in many, many ways, and the messages get louder and more uncomfortable and more related to the people and things we care about most until we get it, right? Until we learn it. And I get impatient a lot, right? So basically, trust and know you're all going to land exactly where you're supposed to. This is not really up to you, right? It's our job to tell the universe what we want and why we want it. It is not our job to tell the universe when it happens or how it looks getting there, or how it happens. So I'm just moving this a little bit that way because the mic, I was leaning. So that is a message for all of us. Wildest spirit, you're not alone in that. We all struggle with, letting people. We all want to intervene. We all want to fix. We all want to heal. We all, especially with kids, we want to take the pain away. We want to make it better. We want to be more efficient. We want to take care of them. We want to keep them safe. Mother knows best. Listen to your mother, right? So That's really telling you to let go of the reins and let the universe handle it, because she's got it. She's got you. And also, I want you to remember with that shaman card, you're never alone. Um, what a witchcraft are we doing today? Hi, Caillou. Yeah, Bucci Bupricha. It's a double feature, actually. You get a couple hours of me and a couple hours of her. Caillou, I'll pull you a card. Tonight we're pulling Angels and Ancestors card. We just pulled the shaman card for Wildest Spirit. But Wildest Spirit, I was going to say to you that we often forget that we're not doing this alone, and that we have all of these entities around us who want to help us and want to support us. And they're very benevolent, and they're very kind, and they're very peaceful. And I don't even need you to believe this, but I want you to try it out. Ask for help. Ask for help in trusting the plan. Ask for help in letting go. Ask for help for letting your kids figure it out themselves. Ask for help in releasing the impatience that you feel about what they're up to. It'll get easier if you remember you're not having to muscle through this all alone. You may be solo parenting. You may be doing this by yourself. But even if you're not, it's letting that higher self take over, and you're a part of that. If we're all the universe, and if there's only one thing and we are all it, your higher self is a participating player. So while your lower ego may be like, I don't see the checklist, I don't see the deadline, I don't see the plan, I don't have the blueprint, another part of you does. There's a piece of you that absolutely does know. So thank you for asking that. That was a beautiful card pull. I hope that was enlightening to you. Caillou with a little ghosty ghost, which we love. Let me pull you a card. Caillou, what general question do you have? I want to know how you're feeling. How are you feeling? Thank you for being here. Thank you for hopping on. How you doing? And what can we do for you? What answer could we get from the oracles of our angels and ancestors? Like I said, this time of year when the veil is at its thinnest is a great time to inquire with our angels and ancestors. It's why they have Dia de los Muertos. It's why we have a dumb supper, which is a really funny name. But a dumb supper is the Celtic tradition of calling in and sitting around a table in silence and inviting in our ancestors who have passed to come and sit with us at the table and share their wisdom and their knowledge and nourish us. So all of these things. What question? They asked, what should I do? Personal life choice. Where should I turn? How should I handle the next steps they have children, so the next steps with their oldest children. Some people ask, should I quit my job? Other people want financial support. All of these cards, these oracle cards, are very supportive and very inspirational and uplifting. You're not going to pull anything scary like the Death card or the Tower. So you can just gain a little bit of insight and wisdom from this. And I'm just kind of wanting to know, what are we asking the oracle about? What are we asking the angels and ancestors for insight on? Yeah. What path do I take for maximum happiness? Yeah, kind of how to get there. That's a great question. So Kyle wants to know, what path should I take for maximum happiness? So it sounds like we're at a crossroads. It sounds like we're not sure about work, perhaps. It sounds like we're kind of maybe searching for our purpose. Happiness is a byproduct, by the way. It's not an end result. So if we're seeking happiness, we're never going to find it. Whereas if we're seeking purpose, what is our purpose? What's our calling? What are we really good at? What sparks joy? Sometimes, what do we hate the least doing? Like, what do we enjoy the most? Do we like being out in nature? Like, do we like working with animals? Do we like music? Like, what is our... Are we great at computer skills? Like, literally, do I come alive when I'm project manager for a tech company? Like, what is it? What would the dream be? And what would the dream pay? And what would you wake up to every morning? And how would it feel? So if you can visualize your ideal life, what would it look like? And what would you, if you could, what would you change today? What would need to change today in order to get there? Yeah, happiness is a byproduct of feeling purpose. Happiness is a byproduct of feeling fulfilled with what we're doing. And if we're always in pursuit of happiness, we get what I call I'll be happy when syndrome, which is there's always more, there's always other, there's always something that we're seeking. And instead of learning to be happy with what we have, because what we have around us is currently the bare minimum that we'll accept in life. So what you have to just say to the universe is, I'm raising my bare minimums. I want more out of life. I want it to look like this when I wake up. I want it to feel like this. I want to keep this kind of schedule. I want to feel like I matter and I'm making a difference instead of just going through the motions, and focus on how it would feel. And happiness is going to be a byproduct of living into that, right? Imagine who you want to be and start showing up as them. So that's my Delilah TED Talk on that. But let's pull you a card. I'm actually feeling the very top card, calling. Yeah, let's just see what we have, what insight and wisdom they have for you. Oh, cool. Heart Guardian. Maybe this was actually a relationship question mark. Or a self-love question, right? What path should I take for maximum happiness? You should take the path that makes you feel the most happy. And you pulled the Heart Guardian, which really looks like Mary Magdalene or one of the archangels. It says, love and let yourself be loved. She's a ferocious, loving, divine, heartfelt woman, literally touching like an immaculate heart on her chest and really reveling in feeling love. It's really hard for us to receive love. So that's kind of what this card is saying. Allow yourself to love yourself. Allow yourself to be loved by others. And happiness, the love will compound. And happiness comes from feeling purpose and feeling love. And if we're not giving it to ourselves, how the fuck is anyone else going to give it to us? Because we're not teaching them how, right? So let's pull the book open, and I'm going to read on this. That's one of my favorite cards. I pull that one a lot because I'm pretty hard on myself, and I'm a workaholic, and I'm very goal-oriented. You may be as well, where I always feel like I should be doing more, and the harder, better, faster, stronger, right? Like the Daft Punk song that, if anybody, maybe I'm dating myself, but I love that song. So Heart Guardian, let yourself love and be loved. Welcome with open arms, opportunities to give and receive love. So love and support and care. So about this card, the Heart Guardian is an angelic energy that can help you call for protection and guidance with all issues surrounding your heart. Are you sad? I think you're sad. If you're seeking happiness, you might be sad. So this is going to give you great insight. This is essentially the angel who helps you with all relationships. Page turn. Whether they be with yourself, which, what did I just say? A relationship with yourself, family, or even a romantic connection. She can enable you to move beyond any limiting fears about trusting others, trusting yourself, discerning whom to trust, and understanding how you can move forward in a balanced relationship with that person. In the card, she is adorned with a sacred heart and draped in a red cloak to show her capacity to let love lead the way. The extended message of this card: you are love, you are lovable, and you are loving. The energy of love is surrounding your whole world at this time. Angels are swirling all around you, encouraging you to open your heart and reveal the blessings that you have to offer. It sounds like you're gatekeeping your skills. They want you to know that you are a highly loving being, actually, who deserves to give and receive love. If you are finding it challenging to feel love right now at this time for yourself or others, it's important for you to give yourself credit where it's due. You are also encouraged to welcome support from others instead of the other way around all the time. Learn to receive. What did I say at the beginning of this? It's hard for us to receive that, right? So how does the universe know, oh, they want more happiness, they want more love, but they can't handle this nominal amount they've created for themselves? Why would I give them more? They haven't shown me they can handle it. So when we learn to willingly receive, don't try and do everything on your own. If you are working on a relationship or you're in a new relationship, this card can usher in energies that allow you to forge a powerful connection with your partner. Love is in the air. That's literally what it says at the end. Do, 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 do. Love is in the air. Good. How do you feel about that, Kyle? Thoughts, questions, comments, concerns? I want to hear what you think about that. Well, Kyle lets me know if we were on the money or if they don't agree with that at all, which you're totally entitled to. I think that's a great message and a good message for all of us. Boochie boo! Hi, Mama. How we doing? Someone is here for a reading. Yes. Good. I hope that was beneficial for you, Kyle. That was a good card pull. I love the Heart Guardian. It's so cool. Bucci's here for a reading. I'm going to pull you from the Angels and Ancestors deck. But Kyle, let me know. Yes, that resonates. Great. So whether it's a relationship with yourself, with others, or just finding something that feels more purposeful, really finding purpose and thinking about the life we want to grow up to, like wake up to, like you grow up to, like as a little kid, like what did you imagine doing? Go back to that little kid and be like, what were they like? Even if it was like astronaut or whatever, like what did they imagine like getting up and doing? And how close or how far away are we from that? Can we get closer? And how can we start showing up as them, right? Such a good practice for all of us to get into. I'll go into the moon right now as we get into the new moon in Libra. Libra is one of my fave signs. I got a lot of Libra friends in my life. But Boochie Boo, let me know what you want insight and information on. I've been asking everybody what the general question is that they have for the ancestors, the angels and ancestors, from this Angels and Ancestors deck, the one that looks like this. You know it. You're familiar with it. What do you want insight and information on? It doesn't have to be super specific. Wild Spirit was like, I want to know how to move forward with decisions regarding my 2 oldest kids. Kyle wanted to know how do I live into like a life of like my highest timeline, basically. How do I find the most happiness in my life? And so let me know what you want to know, what you want insight and information on, and I will pull it for you. And while you do that, I'm going to see in my favorite segment called What That Moon Do, Girl. And the computer moved. The computer was very excited about What That Moon Do, Girl. So I'm going to pull this moon situation up right now while Boochie Boo lets me know their question. What is the moon doing right now? So, waning crescent, obvi, because we're going into a new moon. So she's a crescent shape, a waning croissant. And she's getting smaller, right? So she's waning. So today's moon is 30.27% visible and is decrescent. It's decrescenting. So it's like Great British Bake Off where the moon is shrinking. It's interesting because this other one says that today, oh, that was the other day. I was like, that's not correct. It's the 11th. I was like, it's not a waning gibbous. It's a waning crescent. And the moon sign for today, because the moon moves through signs like every single day. The Wednesday is the day of Mercury. And, oh, good. The sun is in Libra and it's a waning moon. Girl, what zodiac is it in? The moon is in Leo. Creative enthusiasm, be active and decisive. It says on this random website, Om Journal, it is advisable to get good sleep. Take care of the heart. Oh my gosh, Kyle, we just pulled you the heart guardian. How perfect. Take care of your heart, Kyle. Heart, circulatory system, arteries, back, diaphragm, sense organs. I had a massage today. Whoa, not that kind of show. I had a massage today, and so I worked on my back. So it is advisable to get good sleep, take care of the heart. A good time for a haircut or festive occasions. Well, we're having a festive occasion here together. I love it. So waning crescent, Monday night into Tuesday, we're going to have a new moon. So there will be no moon in the sky visible, so it will be quite dark. But when it's quite dark, that's when you can see the stars best. So, all right, Boochie Boo wants to know, what do I need to do to hold all of my abundance and attention that I've been calling in and while still remaining grounded and not getting swept up in a sense of lack? I would add to that for everyone, a lack of not being enough, of not doing enough, harder, like I said about myself, harder, better, faster, stronger, right? We all get caught up in the urgency culture. And I do want to speak to that for a moment and say urgency culture is patriarchal conditioning. It's not real. We don't have to rush. Nature does not rush. She takes her time. So hold on to your abundance. But thing about holding on to abundance, I'm going to counter you, Kyle, with that, is not to be defensive or Scorpio about it, but when we hold on to our abundance, it starts to slip through our fingers like sand. And when we squeeze and we grasp, the universe smells that we're desperate, and she'll start to withhold it because she's like, ooh, they're panicking that they're going to lose this abundance. And the only way to get more abundance is to release our grip, our tight chokehold on abundance, and let it flow. So you got to give a little to get more. You got to let it, just like our first card pull, you got to let them. So you got to let it go to get more. It seems counterintuitive and counterproductive, but it's really about investing in yourself and trusting yourself and your higher self and your timeline. So I disagree on that too. I think she's got great plans for it. She knows exactly what she's doing. She knows exactly where she's going, but let's get a little support from our angels and ancestors on that. And we do have to move it around because I've seen a lot of fucking morons hold on to $40,000 in savings like Scrooge McDuck and not do shit with it. So that's not what it's for. A savings account is meant to be used when needed, not saved till you die. So let's do this. What do we need to know from our angels and ancestors? I'm going to pull the top again. The moon. I love the moon card. You pulled one of my favorite cards. There she is, full and in all her glory, which is going to happen after Halloween, I guess. If the new moon is on the 20th, we're not going to have that full Halloween Samhain moon, but where it's going to be close. It's going to be, I guess, probably the beginning of November. So you have the moon card, which says underneath, take note of intuitive messages, right? We know to take note of intuitive messages, we have to quiet the noise. If it's noisy within and without, we can't hear at all. So meditating is great. We know how to do it, so that's good. Meditating. Sorry, I'm sniffling. My allergies are acting up. I sneezed a bunch the last few days. Sorry for sniffing right into the microphone. It's super annoying. So the moon card. An eagle just flew over when I said that. Amazing. That was your angels and ancestors. So cool. That's so good. So Use your intuition, practice discernment, see through illusions and blockages about. The moon is strongly associated with the divine feminine. She's a boss, right? And the energy of, you're going to be receiving. If the sun is God, then the goddess is the moon. The moon is goddess. And so she offers us a powerful energy of polarity and balance. She has a cyclic energy and is therefore strongly connected to emotions, which often come and go in waves, as we know, and to somewhat interesting behavior. That's true. So when the moon appears in a reading, you are often being told that not everything is as it seems. The moon has a dark side, just dark, not negative. Not negative, just dark, which we're going to discover on Monday, Tuesday. New moon, not negative, just new. New, not bad. Dark side, not negative, and can show you what you've been kept in the dark about. Sounds like you're going to get some insight and the truth will be revealed, right? The moon illuminates. So we're going to get to the truth of things within ourselves, and probably with some shady people who may not have your best interests at heart, and you'll be able to take your energy, call your energy back from the people who are trying to spend it, trying to waste your energy. So extended message of this card, Lunar energies are surrounding your life, allowing you to understand what is standing in your way. That little freaking ghost. Not everything is as it seems, and you're being guided to use your discernment. When the moon appears, intuitive or psychic urges are increased, so take note of any feelings arising at this time. They are messages from your soul and angels. The moon, i.e. the eagle that just flew overhead, intuitive messages, right? Yeah. The moon shines her light on all that has been kept in the dark. What did I just say? The moon illuminates all. Man, we're on the same wavelength tonight. Love it. They're messages from your soul and angels. The moon shines her light on all that has been kept in the dark. So ask yourself if you are avoiding anything or refusing to deal with something of importance. If so, it could be holding you in the shadows when your destiny is to be in the light. Hi, plan your adventures. We're doing oracle pulls. I'm almost done reading this one. If this card appears when you feel, this is good to know. If this card appears when you feel that this usually has to do with someone being shady with you. If this card appears when you feel someone isn't being completely real or honest with you, know that their intentions will be revealed to you. The moon has no secrets. She reveals all. Yeah, you're not going to have to do anything. That's why I like the moon card. You're not going to have to do much. It's just going to come to light. You just keep on doing you, right? What's our job always? Put one foot in front of the other and take care of you. That's what we get distracted from doing all the time. That's where people pull our focus. That's where people take our power away. So your job is to come back to center, come back to the divine goddess that you are. Mute all the noise, block out all the noise, put one foot in front of the other and take care of yourself. And trust the goddess, the moon, illuminates all, and it will come to light. I mean, as a Scorpio, there's nothing I love more than just letting people step on their dick. Just let them, right? So they're going to out themselves. You just remain the calm, cool cucumber. Stay impeccable. Focus on you, one foot in front of the other, taking care of you. And they're going to fuck themselves over so hard and embarrass themselves. And as we know, everything is a reflection. I did say step on their own dick. It's a reflection on them, how they're choosing to interpret, or if they're committed to misunderstanding you, or if they're projecting their own unhealed mommy issues onto you. So, not your problem. One foot in front of the other, take care of you. Keep your head down. That's my favorite thing. Keep your head down. Plan your adventures. We are pulling from, thank you for your question, by the way. I loved that. I loved that for you. That was a really great card for you, actually. Don't know that I could have pulled a better one. Obviously, I didn't, because that was the card it was supposed to be. Plan your adventures. I'm so glad you're finally able to make it tonight in real life. I love that. We're pulling from the Angels and Ancestors deck. It's this really beautiful art. Those with my really beautiful Halloween nails. Never doing that voice again. And so I want to know, I'm pulling for everybody. So plan your adventures. I'm like having a hard time not saying people's real names. Like want to call everybody by their real name on here. Let me know what you want to know from your angels and ancestors. And I know that you have like a great team up there. You all do. Everybody does. But I know some of yours especially plan your adventure. So you got like a good crew that's here for you, guiding you. And again, a reminder to everybody, that's not going there. Just ask. They're not gonna be pushy. They're not going to overstep. They're not gonna like force their support on you. We have to ask. We have to ask for their help. We have to ask for their support. We have to like let them know that we want them to help us out. So plan your adventures. Let me know what you want to know about. What do you want insight and information on from your ancestors? Also, sidebar, whilst Plan Your Adventures asks their question, is anyone else watching Dancing with the Stars? Did anyone else see last night's dedication night where I started crying at the beginning and I didn't stop for 2 hours? My God. How gorgeous was that? I mean, from Andy Richter adopting his second wife's little girl and them like just being like so loving with each other. And then Robert Irwin, forget it, just weeping with his freaking mother. Talking about how when his dad passed, he was not okay. And whenever he wanted him there, she was just right there. And then the other one that I was so surprised about was Dylan Efron, because I'm like, eh. And I was like, oh, his little sister, that's cute. But when she said, Dylan is my best friend, and I love spending time with him. I have the most fun. When I'm with Dylan, I feel free. And I was like, okay. I was unwell. Just everybody. And even Elaine and Jenny, what's her name? Her best friend from the redhead from Parent Trap. Just the two of them, that sister bond, so good. All right, so Plan Your Adventures wants to know. That's my little dissertation on Dancing with the Stars. It was so good. And the dancing was great. Everybody pretty much stepped it up, and I actually voted for all but 2 people because I was like, good job, everybody. Because I just vote honestly. I'm like, I think that was great. And I think you've improved. So Plan Your Adventures wants to know from their angels and ancestors where to start. Just, right? Real. This is relatable for me. Followers, money. Yeah. And you're a social media guru. So yeah, both of those things are true for you. Clients, right? You and me, both, right? Clients. Just tell me if the money is coming, because it's rough out in the streets trying to live our dream life. It is rough out in the streets trying to live our dream life. Preach it, sister. That is real. That is so real. I have another follower. I met my follower goal of 20 out of 20. Huzzah. I thought it was 25, but I love that for me. Thank you. Let's get it to 50. So let's see if money is coming for Plan Your Adventures. A classic question. We love to see it, and it's this card. I can feel it in my hand. I'm going to flip this one. Oh, there's 2 of them. Let's do this. Left hand or right hand? Plan Your Adventures, you pick. I would just love more than ramen, you know? I do know. Right. This is my right. That's good. This one? Okay. I would just love more than ramen. Girl, same. You picked my favorite card. So, this one is the Sage. The Sage is the first card that I ever pulled from this deck. ever. And it was actually my homeopathic doctor, my naturopath doctor. She was like, she's very Christian, but like she's also like woo-woo, super spiritual. And she's like, I'm a Christian, but shuffle this deck. And I was like my first foray actually into oracle cards and stuff. This is such a gentle, like beautiful, just conduit to connect with our angels and our ancestors. And my first card, Plan Your Adventures, was this card, the Sage. And he looks kind of like a little Tibetan monk. Under a tree, he has a peacock quill. He's writing on a leaf, super magical. How do I make my money? Said Plan Your Adventures. And the card, the Sage, the wise, all-knowing sage says, be devoted and committed, right? What a good message. That's always the gig, is it not? To be devoted and committed and to, like I just said to Bucci Boo, put one foot in front of the other and continue to take care of yourself, right? Continue on with the plan. What this tells me for you before I read it, what this already tells me is that your groundwork is solid. Your foundation is good. And that goes for everybody on here. Consistency is key. Just keep showing up and keep showing up with the right intention, right? Our intentions can get skewed. We can forget why we're doing things. Remember why you started your amazing dream life journey in the first place. And you realize, I want you to, actually for you, I want you to, if we were in a therapy session right now, I'd say, I want you to take a victory lap for how far you've come from where you literally physically were and where you are now, and just revel in that, because I think we all get so caught up in the grind that we forget how far we've actually come and how you are living the dream life that you 2 or 4 years ago was like, oh, I wish I could do that thing. And now you're literally doing it. So we may not see yet the financial payout, because when we're starting a business or when we're relocating or when we're switching careers entirely or moving to a new state, there's a lot of investment, right? You guys all know that. Everybody on here is kind of has been or is in the middle of something like that. There's a lot of output first. It costs a lot to move, so much. Trucks and shipping and flights and driving and gas and hotels and down payments on apartments. It's mind-boggling the amount of money that it costs. And I'm watching people in this chat successfully do that and have done it and will do it again probably, unless they're already maxed out and they're like, this is it. This is what I always wanted to do. Hopefully Caillou finds that, right? This is what I always wanted to do. This is where I'm sitting. This is what I've dreamed of. So take a victory lap, right? And then be devoted and committed to what you set up for yourself and know that it's working. So that was like a very long download that just came to me, but I wanted to share that with you. I hope it resonates. But let me read you the Sage card. Did that make sense to you? Oh, I'm so bad at that, right? We're so bad at taking a victory lap. It's real. We all forget, because again, patriarchal conditioning is like, go, go, go. Don't stop. Don't take a break. Just keep moving, right? So the Sage, be devoted and committed. Message. Be willing to go the whole road and back again. There and Back Again, A Hobbit's Tale by Bilbo Baggins. Yes, thank you. I love goal setting, but I'm always on to the next goal. Yeah. What's the point of getting to the next goal if we don't take a victory lap and revel in the goal when we get there? That's a version of I'll be happy when syndrome. That's a version of always seeking and never being present. And if we can't be happy now, we'll never be happy. So if we want to be happy, we got to learn to be content now. And to take a victory lap for remembering that now is where we wanted to be with the last goal. Now is the goal of our past self. And the future you is a problem for future you. And right now you get to enjoy how far you've come. And you can still have goals and dreams because they keep you going, baby. But You don't have to just constantly effort and be constantly striving. You can take a little break. It's called a plateau for a reason. It's a chance to pause and regroup and recollect yourself and go, oh, damn, I'm fucking doing it. I'm living that life I said I was going to. Look at me literally go. And the money will come, but it does take investing first. Like I said about abundance, it has to go out to come back in. So the message of this card, be willing to go the whole road and back again. This will allow you to be the best you can possibly be. About this card, inspired by the Hindu cave dwellers and yogis of the Himalayas, the sage represents the wise one within. So you are the sage. She's in there. When this card arises, it shows that you are preparing to become a great and insightful teacher to your peers. Love that for you. It guides you to take notes as the wandering yogi is on the card, because your knowledge and life experience can impart incredible insights to those with whom you come in contact. This card is also about observation and becoming more aware of who you are and all of your inner workings, because that awareness can bring more clarity to your decisions. Extended message. Devotion is a powerful energy. Right now, angels and ancestors want to acknowledge how committed you are to your growth. You're doing enough. Your continued dedication, that's what they just yelled at me. Your continued dedication to this aspect of your life has been recognized, and your understanding that you are not only a body, but also a soul is all you need to continue growing and expanding. The energy of oneness is offering itself to you now, and it's important that you take some time to integrate it all. What did I just say? Plan your adventures. Integration, plateau, pause, take a victory lap. I'm telling you, I'm on the same wavelength with these cards tonight. They called to me and I answered the phone. The call is coming from inside the house. The energy of oneness is offering itself to you now. It's important that you take some time to integrate it all so that you can be supported and guided by it. This is what the divine wants for you. Make a note of experiences or teachers making themselves known to you at this time, because you are going to share those teachings one day too. And imagine also, this is a bit narcissistic, I realize, made it about me just now. This was the first card that I pulled, and it was all about becoming a teacher. And I had never dabbled in even oracle cards. I wasn't doing mental health counseling yet. I was just ruminating about starting it. And this was the card that I pulled. And I was like, oh, and I started crying. And I hate crying. I'm a Scorpio. Ugh. So that's why I was mad at Dancing with the Stars last night, because I was like, excuse me, I don't cry. I glisten and then I suck it back in. So yeah, what a cool card. It sounds like you are going to... You know what I imagine for you, Plan Your Adventures, is like you creating a course online, like one of those like passive income courses where people can learn how to do what you're doing. Like you can train people how to do the business that you're doing, because your content is fabulous. It's my favorite thing on the internet. It's engaging and it's fun. You can get on here. You should get on here and start teaching people how to do what you're doing, because you are living the dream life for many people. Me too. I had that dream life for a couple of years and I was like, damn, I miss it. I'm trying to find a way to get back over there to you. So, but I understand from your perspective, like it looks all shiny and fun, but I think it's important for you to share the authenticity of it. Like, yeah, it looks fun and like looks like a permanent vacation and super fun, but like I'm eating ramen. People don't get, what goes into the dream. So, but honor that you may be eating ramen, but you are like so much further down the road with your dream and your goal and what you're up to, which is just super cool. So very cool. And I'm so proud of you. So it's your turn to take pause, integrate, and be proud of yourself as well. Let me see. I have a couple other girlies coming. Let's see where everyone is. Thank you. That all resonated perfectly. Huzzah. Good. I'm so glad that it did. And thank you for coming and being here. Thank you all for coming and being here. We had a nice little group tonight. And I'm going to message my coven and tell them that I'm here doing card pulls for everybody if they want to join. I'm pulling cards, oracle cards for everyone. So, yeah, plan your adventures. Are you watching Dancing with the Stars? You've got to be watching Dancing with the Stars. I feel like you would be a Dancing with the Stars watcher. Yeah, I need more of this woo-woo energy in my life. Don't tell my mother. You know what's funny, though, about Catholic moms? Is they're the most woo-woo. They call it by a different name. It'd be the same thing. We just called on angels. She's very familiar. So, angels and ancestors, please. She's got them and she knows she does and she talks to them all the time. So it's same recipe, different name for the recipe. And I really have, there's none more mystical practicing than Catholics or straying Catholics to be practicing the woo-woo arts. It really lends itself to believing that there's more than just this, and to believing without seeing, and to knowing there's an expansive universe that we really know nothing about, and that we have unseen guides and powers that we can connect to support us, because my God, we could never go through this life alone. Are you kidding me? It's so fucking hard. There is no way. So when they get all scared, it's because they're secretly a witch and somewhere deep inside they know it, and they just are scared. And actually, that's what the witch wound is. So if you guys don't know what the witch wound is, it's like generally the belief that in a past life you were like crucified, really squished or hung. People were not really burned. They were burned in the UK, but in the United States they weren't really burned. That at some point you either took a vow of chastity and poverty as a nun, and so you can't have any money now, and you can't be happy, and you can't be selfish, which is actually just the patriarchy telling us you're being selfish, because they don't realize that when we fill ourselves up in the divine feminine, we're extremely powerful manifestors. So they just want us to deplete ourselves and give completely sacrificially until we make ourselves sick and burn ourselves out completely. And we think maybe one day I'll be enough. And then we just totally crap out. And then we're like, why did I do all that? I'm miserable and I'm sick and I'm unhappy and I don't know how to love me. Boop. So the witch wound is all about acknowledging that and remembering the oppression and remembering that we were silenced and we were told that it's not okay. And we got it deeply conditioned and we got it deeply ingrained and we learned to be scared. And many people, were martyred for being a landowner. First of all, it wasn't even witchery. It was just an excuse to seize independent women's land. So nothing wrong with this kind of woo, because it's the same. I mean, if we're turning bread and wine into the body and blood of Jesus Christ, then anything is possible, right? That's where we input the sound effect and a little pop-up. Be like, those are the facts. For everyone on my feed, hop on. I don't know if that resonated. Let me know if you felt like that was insightful or if that was inflammatory. Why are you giving me life? Just hiding out in my own little corner, in my own little room, with my tiny Buddha and my incense. I think you can believe in all of the beautiful things that are all for our highest good. All of we don't know anything. And when you know you don't know anything, then anything is possible. Wild. twitch.tv/Clarity Mind Retreat. What's on the docket for you this week? Plan your adventures, and anyone else who's still here. Like, we're halfway through midweek mindfulness because hump day, be real, she's difficult. So what do you have coming up? Are we going anywhere fun? Are we doing anything? I'll be traveling this weekend, as I travel every weekend generally anymore, and I have a wedding this weekend, and that's not the travel. I have a wedding and I'm traveling and I'm seeing 2 shows. So yeah, big stuff. Lots of burning the candle at both ends, which is actually why I'm happy to be here, because I like to... Bread Witch is here. What a lovely flow we've had to tonight. Everybody's just been like boom, 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 one right after the other. Bread Witch, I was just talking to Plan Your Adventures about the woo-woo of us spiritually religious raised children and how it's really all the same. Susie, come here, baby. I would love to pull Susie on. Susie, come here. Come here. She's like, I don't know what's up with that ring light. She's like, that's weird. So yeah, Bread Witch is also going through the same thing, Plan Your Adventures, where they're like, mom's like, maybe you should pray about it more. Girl, we praying all the time. All the time. So that's what we're doing tonight, Bread Witch, is calling on our angels and ancestors, because it's fall. The veil is getting thinner and thinner, and we're going into a new moon Monday. So Plan Your Adventure says, I leave for a Disney cruise on Monday. You won't have ramen then, so that's good. All you can eat. Call, praying, manifesting, same thing. She doesn't love that. Yeah, well, yeah, and actually, I peeked my mic. Let me read your itinerary, because I love this. So I leave for a Disney cruise on Monday. By the way, everyone, this is work for them though. So like, it's not all fun and games. We gotta like clock our minutes and meet our quota. I leave for a Disney cruise Monday, then a sandals all-inclusive training in St. Lucia. I've always wanted to go to St. Lucia. It's one of the Caribbean islands I have not yet been to. If anyone would like to contribute to my new computer and my St. Lucia fund, I'd be grateful. Then a planning conference in Chicago. So wow, here we go. Damn, you got me beat. That's a heck of a schedule. So yeah, Plan Your Adventure said, call, praying, manifesting, same thing. She doesn't love that. I want to speak on that. But while I do, I want Bread Witch... Oh, that's the book. Let me know what you want insight and information from your angels and ancestors on. You know this deck intimately. You've worked with this deck before. And you know it's just going to give some uplifting, hopeful, positive insight and information. And I dare say it's been quite on the nose for everyone so far. Do you hear that? Can you guys hear that? The cat is scratching at the scratching post. So I'm pulling from this deck. So Bread Witch, let me know what you want insight and information on, and I will pull you a card. But yeah, interesting thing to say, Plan Your Adventures. Oh my camera, look at my whole nice little setup there that you just got to see. Plan Your Adventure says, call, praying, manifesting, same thing. Kelly doesn't love that. I'm not trying to be contrary. Manifesting is setting an intention for yourself for where you want to go and raising your own frequency and vibration using various methods, meditating or praying or, visualizing, or what I think is most effective is the feeling that you want to feel. I said this to Kyle, like, how do you want to feel? What does your day feel like? Sometimes that's easier. Sometimes when people are manifesting, they get lost in the sauce of like, oh, what does it look like? And if it doesn't have all the details or they can't see it clearly, they're like, I must be doing it wrong. But some people are very feeling based, and it's actually easier for most of us to access our subconscious and our deepest internal wishes by using feelings instead of being very detail oriented. Some people are very visual and they can see a clear picture. This is where I work. This is what I wear to work. This is how it feels to wake up in the morning. This is what it's like sitting at my desk. This is what the paycheck looks like. And some people are like, I just want to feel emotionally free. I just want to feel safe and secure. I just want to feel anxiety free or at ease or whatever. And some people get a combination of the two. So that's manifesting. And we can do it a lot of different ways. Stepping into gratitude is one of the easiest ways. Visualizing, like I said, feeling how it would feel to be that person now. Like imagining, that's what I said to Kyle, like imagining that version of you and showing up as them. Super great practices for manifesting. Praying is talking to God. And praying is like imploring or asking for assistance, like I said, with our angels and ancestors, like asking for help, venting your frustrations with them, saying you're overwhelmed or you can't do X, Y, and Z, or making your petitions and making your requests, right? That's praying. And then meditating is listening. And it's the one that we all, not all, one that most people, especially in the Western culture, forget. And it's the most important one. I said it to Bucci Boo. If you aren't quiet, if you don't create a place of stillness, how the hell are you going to listen to your intuition? How the hell are you going to know what you want? How are you going to feel what it would be like to show up as her or be becoming her? So manifesting is one thing. Praying is asking for shit and being like, help me, please help me get that thing that I'm trying to manifest. And then meditating is, to me, like, they're all important, but to me the most crucial, because how are you going to get the insight and information? How are you going to get the downloads? Oh, the camera. How are you going to listen if you're talking over it? How are you going to hear if you're talking over it? So that's my TED Talk about manifesting versus praying versus meditating. Meditating being my favorite of the three. It's when I get the best information. So, Bread Witch would like to know from the Oracle of the angels and ancestors, as I untangle my cord that keeps pulling on my computer, would like to know insight on the future of my relationship with my sister. So things may or may not be tense a little bit for the Bread Witch, or are we accidentally manifesting it being difficult and tense? Are we setting ourselves up? Are we walking on eggshells prematurely? I don't know. Or is it actually all going to be fine and our left brain's just doing that thing that left brain do and being like, I'm going to catastrophize this, so that we've planned for every eventuality and every possible terrible outcome, and then it always ends up better than we planned, and that's how we think we're helping. But it's not actually helping. It's not actually protecting you. It's just a waste of energy. Yeah. Chad is always on his shit. Chad is the name of their amygdala, everybody. Bread Witch's amygdala's name is Chad. I know Chad. So, we want to know... Let's rephrase just to make it make more sense for the oracles. What they're asking, rephrase this in a way. What insight and information do I need to know to have the best possible outcome moving forward with my sister? How about that? Top card. Autumn. What a beautiful card. Autumn. The Raven. Release. You're going to be so mad. Did you see what it said? Release the old and rest. Red for filth. Do I need to go on? I don't think I need to go on. Release the old. She's got some old childhood narratives about what relationship with sister looks like. They don't exist anymore. She's stepping into a new version of herself, and you're stepping very much into a new version of yourself. And yes, we have old triggers. We have all of our siblings carry the big red Staples button around and know just where to hit it. But if you show up evolved and like you won't respond to that trigger anymore, that will raise your minimum. That will set a new boundary. And that will be you teaching her a new way of treating you if she does get reactionary or if she is emotionally charged. However, my hot take is she's going to be very distracted. She's going to be very grateful for your presence in her life. And she and you, this is an opportunity for both of you to release the old narrative you have around the push and pull tug of war in your relationship and build something new that's stronger, because I know both of you dream of having a better relationship. You dream of that sister ideal, like that I can call you all the time. And maybe she's not that kind of a person, that, she may be less emotionally available than you, but you have a way of being able to open that up and be a safe space. And if she is feeling vulnerable, I think deep down inside she knows she can always come to you, which is why you're good to have around, especially right now for her. So seasons are at the very back of the book, and I love that we have autumn. And autumn says, release the old and rest. Message, release all of the pressure and expectation weighing you down. Shed it all so that you can recover before, this is what I like the best about this, moving into a time of renewal. Autumn is when the trees are preparing for the long, cold winter and must let go of all the weight that they are carrying in order to continue to grow and prosper. Sometimes you too just have to surrender an aspect of yourself in order to continue to grow and prosper. The raven on the autumn card shows that there is an opportunity to heal at this time. In Celtic animal medicine, the raven is a bird of healing and initiation. She's certainly being initiated, and so are you, into new titles in your life. And the healing it brings is a shift that allows you to move into a more powerful psychic space where you can be more aware of your needs and desires and be better supported. The extended message of this card: you know what is heavy and what is holding you back. Is it a person? Is it a situation, a dream, or a little bit of everything? Like the trees letting go of their leaves and fruit in the autumn, it's time to let it go. When you hold on, you try to control reality, and that never works, right? When you let go, you make space for the new to enter your life. You're being guided by your angels and nature herself, that's what it says, to release whatever is stopping you from moving forward. And, bonus, I love this, you can do it. When the autumn card arrives in the future position of a spread, or as the last card in a reading, it can also indicate that this coming autumn, which is right now, it's happening. It's happening right now. It can also indicate that the coming autumn will usher in important energies with regards to your question or intention. We know that. That's happening. It's a guarantee. You guys it's a rebirth. It's a renewal. It's a birth and a rebirth. It's great. Time of rest and renewal. Stop thinking so hard about it. It's going to be fine. You have no idea how it's going to go, and neither is she, but I guarantee it's going to be better than what your little Chad left brain is catastrophizing about. My God, right? My God, Eddie, my God. We love that Peter Mai on the Instagram, by the way. So jealous that Peter Mai is in New York right now. Would love to just go and see him. He is too pure for this world. New York better not hurt him. That's all I have to say about that. That brutal bitch. So let me know your thoughts. Chad can sit down, she said. Absolutely. Thank you. I'm going to message the coven here and let them know that we are here live doing readings. We did a bunch, so that was super great to be with all of you. I am doing Angel and Ancestor Oracle card readings. Pop on for a quick reading. Must follow to be able to write in the chat. must hit the follow button. So, plan your adventures. When do you leave for your first thing? You said Monday this week. Is this just like nonstop? Do you get a break to come home at all? Or is it just like Disney cruise, St. Lucia? Does the Disney cruise go to St. Lucia and then from there to Chicago? Like, what's the wild Monday? 2 days in between. There's no time. It's time to turn around and pack your fall clothes. Barely. Throwing things out of the suitcase, throwing things into the suitcase, jumping back in. Oh, bless your heart. That sounds exhausting. Take your vitamins because people be getting colds. Yeah, that's crazy. More power to you. But as the card said, it's gonna pay off. Just keep on keeping on, you know? Beautiful. Totally beautiful. Any other questions, comments, concerns? I have a question, comment, concern for myself. I forgot to refill my water and bring it over here. My God, I'm so thirsty. And Susie is staring at me. Hi. And I'll bring her on. And I'm also really super hungry. I didn't eat yet. Gotta eat some nugs and mac, baby. Who wants to see Susie? Anyone want to see one of 2 kitty cats? She's there. I can go and procure her. We can bring on the baby queen. Always, as Severus Snape said, always. Watch, I'm going to go for her and she's going to be like, bye. Let's see. Susie, come here. Sus, baby. She knows. She's so much smarter than me. She's like, absolutely not. If you think I'm going to fall for this treat. We did fall for the treat. Come up here. Come on. Oh. Let's see. Let's see if she comes over with this light on. She's like, woman, what is your wild setup? You've got open flame. You've got lights. Too soon. Too soon. Whoa, that's not who I was looking for. Hi, Humphrey. I was trying to get your sister. Classic that you would show up, though. Come here. He's coming to the edge of the bed. And whoop. Here's one. Hi, mister. Get in the camera. Get in there. Look at this guy. Can you not eat sitting on my lap? He's like, I don't know. Did you drop it? Eat it. Chew it up. Look at his face. He's a squirrel. Such a handsome man. Did you see that? The bread which said you are such a handsome man. Hello, everybody. I'm a handsome man. I have flat ears. Then everybody loves me, and I'm a Scottish fold. Oh, and you're sliding away. Where's your sister? Sus. There's one dude. There's one baby. He's mostly squirrel and meerkat. Show everyone yourself. Here we are. We have mostly here. We'll do a cat show. Oh, he would not excel. We have a poof tail, a poof tail of squirrel, and a flat ear of Scottish fold and meerkat, and Humphrey is 2 years old, and he hails from a dumpster in Kuwait, because in Kuwait they didn't used to be able to have pets, and then they changed the laws, and now you're allowed to have a kitty. And so, is your heart beating? Yeah, I'm not going to drop you. They started to have commercially breed fancy cats, like Persians and Scottish folds and all kinds of other things. And Persians and Scottish folds are like Scottish fold. Persians, not necessarily from Persia, more like from Russia and cold climates, hence all the fur, started just dying. And then also people don't really want the pets. They were like, oh, I've never I've never had a cat. I didn't realize what it entails. I don't really want this cat now. And so they just dump these cats, or they keep commercially breeding them, or the breeding's out of control, any of the above, any and all. And these cats just die in the desert heat in these cages in these marketplaces, or if they're not up to snuff, like Humphrey is like, doesn't have the 100% like, hold on, you wiggle worm, I don't want to hurt you. There we go. Doesn't have like the point on his fold. He just has, there's no treat there. He just has the flat, and so he wouldn't like qualify. I think maybe he was a tabby who got together with a fold, so he wouldn't qualify in a show. So I think that's because he was perfectly healthy otherwise. I think that's why he ended up literally in the dumpster. And he has a passport, and he flew to Washington, D.C. So, like, he's had a heck of a life. He has seen some things, haven't you, sir? And now you're living in the lap of luxury. And Susie went under the bed, and she's like, fuck you and your treats. I'm no dummy. She's a strong, powerful, independent woman. He's like, treat? We have a princess and a potato in our house. And that's, I mean, really, what a good boy. He's a good boy. In love. He does have a wonderful personality. Thank you all. So, yeah, I mean, princess and the potato. Like, forget princess and the pea. We have the princess and the potato. I should write a children's story with the two of them. And they slap each other on the butt. And they chase one direction, chase the other direction. But then when they take a nap, they have to be in their own areas, but right next to each other within eyesight. We like to be near one another at all times. And we like to eat together. And we do like to chase the string together. And it's just really better than I could have imagined it going with the two of them. It's true. I'm going to put these back because Susie seems to give zero fucks about what we're up to here tonight. Alas and alack. All right. Everybody, relax. I'm not coming for you, Humphrey. Is anyone... Well, I'm coming undone. Is anyone doing Halloween this year? Is anyone doing a Halloween party? I'm interested. I am invited to one. And in my dream world, I wanted to... There's a Selkie dress. Hi, Susie. She's emerging. Let's pretend like we don't see her. And there's a Selkie dress, and it looks just like Christina Ricci's dress in Sleepy Hollow, the black and white striped, like, colonial dress. Tim Burton colonial moment. And it's insanely expensive. It's hundreds of dollars. But in my dreams, I'm able to buy that dress and a blonde wig to go with it and be Christina Ricci in Sleepy Hollow with that. But it'll probably be just makeshift something else. Sonny Greg is here. Sonny Greg, you just missed Humph. And we're trying to wrangle Susie. But I'm glad you're here because I got a card pull for you because you got some fun and exciting things happening in your life. And I want to know what your angels and ancestors have to say about this. So let's pull Sonny Greg a card. Sonny Greg, let me know what insight and information you would like. Let me try and speak English this time. Rewinding. What would you like insight and information on from your angels and ancestors? Sonny Greg, let me know. Breadwitch says, I was just informed that we are to attend a party. Haha. Yes, I'm going to try and attend a friend's Halloween party as well. I mean, and we, of course, the coven, have our own. All of us here have our own party, of course. That's a given. So dress in what you want. Do Uncle Alex and I have a past life together? That's a very cool question to ask the angels and ancestors. I love that. I love that a lot, and I'm very excited. Fabulous. Before I pull that, I'm going to read what Bread Witch said. Part of me wants to go get the charcuterie board costume from Target. I'm screaming. Is it just like the pizza or the taco? Like, what's the status? What's the layout of the charcuterie board? I could pull it up then, and I will. But let me do Sunny Greg's question. Do Uncle Alex, he's not really her uncle, so this is not some weird shit. Literally a board that hangs from your neck for charcuterie. That's really funny. I love that. So Uncle Alex is just what we call her friend's cousin or whatever, or friend's older brother or whatever. Just call him Uncle Alex. So it's not creepy. It's just they are the same age. So they're around the same age. So do we have a past life together? We should do some brother-in-law to a friend. Whoa, that card just popped out of nowhere. Shall we go with that? Are we going with this? Did you see that jump? Do we want to go with this? You let me know, or do you want me to keep shuffling? Yeah. That's the card. You saw it. Jumped. Everybody jump. Fuck. I need the mic for this. ASMR. Sky Daddy. Literally Sky Father. Boochie Boo had an eagle fly across during their reading, and now we've got an eagle on the card. Literally Sky Daddy. Sky Father says to you, for your very direct question of do we have a past life, trust in the unknown. You don't know. Actually, your birth charts know, though, and there are a few tells to know if you have a past life together, or many. My microphone fainted with excitement over your card pull. Sky Father, the lightning, the eagle, the man who clearly works at Sight and Sound on the cover of this. Wow, look at that. Those flowing silver locks. Sky Daddy. Everyone is screaming. All right, let's see what Sight and Sound actor number 1 has to say about your past lives with Uncle Alex. I'm going to set this down for a moment while I open up the page, but then I'm going to bring that right back out in the forefront because we all need to really take in that card. I can't say I've ever pulled him, and if I have, it was a long time ago. That shit's iconic. I'm going to send you a photo of it, or just watch the instant replay. Okay, Sky Daddy. Sky Daddy, where are you? Sky Daddy. ASMR. Sky Father. Found it. Okay. Wait. You got to look at him while I read this. You got to look at Sky Father while I read this. Trust in the unknown. Message. Trust that your path is unfolding exactly as it needs to. You have a personal relationship with the Sky Father. You have a personal relationship with the Sky Father. Is he Uncle Alex? You know that he is lovingly leading you forward. Beautiful. About this card, the Sky Father features in many religions and mythologies that this is the Father as the Father God. He's the counterpart to the Earth Mother in many traditions, so this card represents the universal powers that are masculine in essence, the energies that people have called out to and looked up to in times of need and gratitude. Sky Father personifies your relationship. Whoa. Hold on. I read on and now I'm going to read it to you. Sky Father personifies your relationship with the masculine energies of the divine and possibly a very powerful male figure too. Just let that soak in. Why does my neck look like her neck in Death Becomes Her after she falls down the stairs right now? What is happening? Ooh. Sky Daddy is a very powerful male in your life, or a father figure. I don't like that story. A very powerful male. And you know what's funny? Let me get to my anecdote after. Let me read the extended message of this card and then tell you my joke. You are a co-creator of your life, and every thought, feeling, intention, and emotion you have is creating the road ahead. With that being said, It's reading you for filth. Yeah, how are these cards like spot on? We're channeling. That's what it is. This is why I want people to come, because it's so fun to hear everybody get their thing. It's so good. Send this to your friends. Invite them next time. Next Wednesday, we'll be back for more Midweek Mindfulness. That was so nasal. I sounded like a lady in church. With that being said, Sonny Greg, you don't need to know every single detail of what's going to unfold before you. Red for filth. Sky Father says you don't need to know. So suck it. So tough. Tough cookies. All right. When this card appears, sorry, peaked my mic. You are being guided to step back and get out of your own way. Just totally wrecking you. Because there is a greater power that is not only around you, but within you. And Sky Father is creating the best experience imaginable for you. Holy Hannah, the best experience imaginable for you. Accepting that this will allow miraculous energy to come into your life. So see things from a higher perspective, like the eagle on this card. Fly like the eagle to the sea. This card can also appear when there are opportunities to improve the father connection in your life. If your father figure is in heaven, know that his spirit is drawing close. If he is on earth, there's an opportunity to heal something, whether past or present. Wow, what a loaded card. Also, I want you to know that after that huge download and insight, and like what a way to end the evening. Unless someone else hops on, I have time to do another reading. But like, so amazing. Like, what a great card pull for you. And then I digress with a horribly timed or perfectly timed joke that every time you say Uncle Alex, in my head I sing the Beatles song and I go, we're so sorry, Uncle Alex. I have time for Liz, absolutely. Yeah, we're so sorry, Uncle Albert. But I sing to myself every time you talk about him, I'm so sorry, Uncle Alex. So when I meet him, know that that's going to be the first thing that comes out of my mouth. And then I've heard so many great things about you, Uncle Alex. Yeah, okay, so Queen Liz is here. Liz, make an account because I need more followers. Not right now. Just ask your question through Sonny Greg. But make an account so that you never have to watch me on your own, but I just need more followers. It's free. So, all right. Liz, let me know what insight and information you want what do you want insight and information about from your angels and ancestors? That's all I need to know from you, my dear. And I got you. They're ready. They're sitting here, ready and waiting, ready to deliver the message from your angels and ancestors this middle of October. I don't know. Okay, well, that's fine. Let me guide you a little bit. What feels sticky in your life? I'm not answering that. You are. Otherwise, you wouldn't be. That's the answer to that. We don't need a card to know, am I in the right place in my life right now? That's a generic throwaway. I'm not doing it. You are. Otherwise, you'd be somewhere else. There are no mistakes. There's no right and wrong. You're right where you're supposed to be. Moving on. Real question. What are we doing relationship-wise? What are we doing career-wise? What are we doing financially? What are we doing locationally? What are we doing in friendships? What are we doing with family? What do we have going on? Do we have a dream? How far away is it? What are we up to? How much money do we want to make? Are we doing our dream job? Does our day look like we want it to look? What's going on? That's what I want to know. Think about it. Take a moment. I am not asking, am I in the right place in life right now? You are. Period. That, and you already know that. You already know that. We're not doing that. we're not doing that. And the cards would be like, yep. Yes, queen. We're so sorry. Uncle Alex. It's good, right? I hope you make that your ringtone. Maybe I'll make it my ringtone for you, Sonny Greg. Then I'll know every time you... Good. I like it. Is there a partner in my future? Very open-ended. Let's adjust and modify slightly. Is there a partner in my near future? How about that? That's juicy. That's sexy. We like that. Ooh, we do love that question. Plan your adventures like shit. Next Wednesday. All right. Next Wednesday, while I'm on an island that Clarity Mind Retreat has always wanted to visit, with the amazing mountain ranges and the stunning crystal white sand beaches and clear turquoise water. Or can I stop looking? Well, honey, it's as soon as you stop looking that they show up. Didn't you know that's the hack? Okay, let's go. She's just a baby. All right. Is there a partner, perhaps temporarily or long-term, in her near future? I love that. Or can I stop looking? You can stop looking. Doesn't mean he's not coming. All right. That makes no difference. You can stop. You can start. You can get on and off the bus. You can give up altogether, and then he'll show up, come and knocking on the door. And you'll be like, oh, shit. I thought I was going to die alone with 100 cats. Maybe you still can, if that's the dream. But you might find someone along the way. Oh, damn. This guy's a hottie. What about him? Shapeshifter. This is giving Akatar. Transform and unveil your gifts. This sounds like self-love. This sounds like self-love has to come first before you get a partner. Maybe you should stop looking. Maybe you should start looking inward at yourself and become the most authentic expression of you. And stop lying to yourself. And stop trying to placate people. Stop trying to just keep the peace. Whoa. I don't know who that was, but your left brain... Not your left brain. That was your right brain. Your higher self sound a little direct, severe even. Shapeshifter. This guy is part hawk, got part wolf. He's wearing a pelt that looks like fox fur. He has the eye of a leopard. Whoa. So he is shapeshifting. We've also got like a new moon in the corner, which is appropriate because the new moon's Tuesday, in our Sunny Greg Queen sign of Libra, which we love to see it. New moon in Libra. I love my Libras. I love Libra energy. I always feel pretty good in Libra sign. Shapeshifter. Sorry for reading you for filth. Not sorry. That's what you came here for. You didn't come here to get lied to. All right. Shapeshifter. Message. Take your time. Not in the near future. Take your time and focus on developing your gifts and strengths. Stop looking outside yourself. Peeking the mic. In shamanic traditions, a shapeshifter is either an animal that has the capacity to change between species or a shaman who has the capacity to transform into an animal to go journeying. If there is a wild animal you are particularly drawn to or fascinated by, it's probably because you can transform into one in your meditation or internal journeying practice. It doesn't say internal, but I'm clarifying for you. Not a real journeying, an internal journeying. So you can meditate on this animal. It's probably because you can transform into one in your meditation or journeying practice to go exploring in other worlds. I mean, like internal worlds, like seeking yourself, finding your calling. When you shift into animal form, you will see the world through different eyes and tap into the animal's survival skills to help you through a particular situation. Extended message. You may have been through many challenges and lows, but now you are in a space of transformation. You are moving beyond your past challenges and honing your current strengths. There are opportunities for you to discover and rediscover the gifts and talents that you were born with and born to share. All of your past experiences have only helped you see how strong you really are. You are an amazing soul who can change and transform in ways that people least expect. You have many talents that you will share in your lifetime. You are guided to stay focused on the light and knowing that it will guide you forward. When this card arrives, there is also an opportunity for you to tap into the power of your spirit animal. Note if you're seeing a particular animal regularly because its medicine is coming to you. Nice. What did you think of that, Liz? She's never coming back again. She's like, that was terrifying. She read me for filth. She told me a bunch of stuff I didn't want to hear. Good work, everyone. Thanks for coming. Thank you for being here. Liz, in closing, let me know what you thought about that. What are our thoughts? Did we mic drop, or are we like, no, I disagree. I don't think that the angels and the ancestors are right. I think they're lying to me. What do you think? Let me pull myself one. I didn't pull myself a card. What was I doing? I deserve one too. No, thank you. No, that sounds fair, she says begrudgingly to herself. She's like, all right. Not the fun answer I wanted. He's coming. He's just around the river bend. No, she's like, oh, I gotta love myself first. Shit. I know. I'm sorry. I look once more just around the river bend beyond the shore. Oh, shit. Yes. That's my card. There you go, in case you were wondering. The Seer. And on that note, I bid you all good night. Thank you all for coming. If you had fun, please tell your friends. I'd love for this to be a really fun weekly thing where everyone tunes in and sees everyone get readings and we talk about mental health. And I love ya. You know, I heard that in my head, Breadwitch. I heard it like the Grinch when he's like, oh, Max, I love ya. That's what I heard in my head. I love you guys. I'm grateful for you guys. Share this with your extended pals. People who are maybe woo-woo adjacent or woo-woo skeptical, I love. I don't like people who are woo-woo negative, so I'm just going to troll them and kick them out. But they can come, and then they'll get scared and run away. But everybody else, thank you. And please share this with some friends and invite them to our little virtual hangout. And we'll be back here again next Wednesday. Thank you. Have a beautiful night, and so mote it be. I hope all your wishes will come true. They will. Fabulous. Yes, I will see you after your month of travel, my dear, and we'll have new cards to pull for you. Fabulous. Thank you all. Have a peaceful night. Have a beautiful night, and we'll see you real soon. Ta-ta. Take care. Bye.